Morning, madman. Again. So, following from yesterday's debacle of the way that the mainstream or lamestream media reported the tragic death / murder by Keir Starmer and the government and the judicial services of Peter Lynch, the 61-year-old grandfather who took his life in prison because he was in there for using some naughty words or something. Well, following that, it turns out that the police officer that shot Chris Cabba, the gangland, the bloke down in London, he got found not guilty of murder, as he should have done, because I'll go to that in a moment. But he still faces a misconduct trial, so he could still lose his job. Anyway, it turns out that Chris Cabba, just 6 days previous, had been caught on camera at a nightclub firing a pistol at somebody. It turns out he wasn't the nice guy that Sadiq Khan and his family spoke about. He was a hardened gangland criminal with a history of violence, and the police was after him. And you all know how the story goes. He refused to stop, became aggressive, tried running people over to get away from the police. So the firearms officer did what he's employed to do. He did what he's employed to do, and that's the key factor. He took out a thug, a hooligan, a literal violent person, took him out, did his job. Faced months and months and months, if not years, I can't remember. It's too early in the morning. Sideline. At the time, 300 firearms officers put their weapons down in solidarity with him because that's his job, he's employed to do it. But now, even though he's been found not guilty of murder, he faces a misconduct trial and could still end up losing his job. His name's soiled, his name's blackened, his career is blackened for all to see. You tell me how this country actually works at the moment, because I haven't got a fucking clue. And on top of that now, it seems like we're getting a British Black Lives Movement organisation up and running. There was over 1,100 prisoners released again yesterday. One was a child killer. One had shook about a baby so much, or a young child so much that he lives with brain damage and permanent scarring and so on and so forth, amongst all the other pricks that they've let out. But we will go back to putting more people like Peter Lynch into prison for saying the government's corrupt and the police force is corrupt. I think they've got a point, don't you? Really think they've got a point. This needs changing. Something needs changing drastically, because at the moment this country is going to shit and it's not going to get out of it anytime that I see soon. I fear for my grandkids. I've got one granddaughter and I've got another grandchild on the way. And I really do worry for them. And my children as well. Even my teenage children, they could get thrown into this shit, pulled into some sort of quagmire that they can't get out of. But as I said yesterday, anybody going down to the march in London on the 26th, or any future marches that are planned, I'm looking at going to one in Leeds in November. Just be safe and please don't play into their hands. Don't give them on the day, especially next weekend. Don't give them what they want. They're going to set Tommy up. Otherwise he would have been arrested at the airport when he landed. They are going to do everything. There's going to be infiltrators, there's going to be left wing, there's going to be whoever the unions decide to sponsor to come down and like I say, infiltrate the march and wind us up, or try to G you up into something. Don't let them. Just stay safe, yeah? Peace.